how to beat the White Knight. If you don't know what the White Knight is, I'll give a quick explanation. White Knight is when someone tries to be the hero, but they're the one who's causing the problems. So their intentions would basically be to like create the problem in order, or solve the problem in order to benefit themselves instead of you. And this could be tricky, especially in love and in a romantic relationship, or with parents, or with siblings. It's horrible when family members do that to each other, but they do. This video, I expect you to have some idea of psychology, and I am putting this on the YouTube for people to protect themselves from this, not to use it. First step. So these are the steps. How do you make someone not do this? First of all, you're gonna identify. I have a little paper here. This might not make sense to you at all if you don't have any idea on psychology. So if you want to watch this and have an idea, maybe go to a one-on-one course on YouTube, or just something small. I don't expect you to have a full-on PhD. I don't have a PhD, you know. So I don't expect you to have. I just expect you to have some understanding of psychology already. If I'm quiet right now, I don't have a microphone, so just turn up your volume. Okay, so first, you're gonna identify your problem. Or you're gonna identify if it's the White Knight, and you're probably gonna feel like someone is doing this to you, but you're not gonna know who. So you gotta identify who, what, if it is, and everything. You could watch a video on the White Knight to get a better understanding of it. Of course, as I said, I already expect you to have some understanding on what this is. And okay, so these, and then just solve your problem. The problem is, it's not that you can't solve her problems and that you need someone. It's that they're taking advantage that you don't want to solve your problem and that you want help. So solve your problem. Maybe if you really don't, find somebody else to help you, who wants to help you, to help you. How to identify? There are 3 ways to identify. It depends on how they do it. First, narcissist. Second, problem creation. Third, their intentions. And fourth, flattery. And so these are a couple ways you watch. Essentially, you just watch if they're doing said things, or what their intentions, actions, or, and that's how you identify based on those things. So first of all, I'm gonna give you a couple scenarios on this, because trust me, that helps a lot when you're studying this stuff, because it's like quiet. First of all, scenario 1, narcissist. If you don't know what narcissism is, it's essentially them making themselves better than you, even though they are not, or even if they shouldn't be making themselves out to be smarter in any way, better in any way, but they are. Shouldn't be better. It shouldn't try to make themselves better, but they are. Narcissists. So I'm gonna give you two things. So let's pretend you ask someone 5 plus 10. This is psychology, not mathematics. You ask someone 5 plus 10. Narcissist, one of these two, and then you guess which one is the White Knight. First scenario, you ask 5 plus 10. What? Okay, so you're gonna draw 5 lines, and then 10 under that, and then you just count. Simple as that. You could do that with any small problem like this. Second one, you need help. Okay, so scenario B, 5 plus 10 is the question, and ask, do you need help with the question, like solving the question? Do you just need the answer? You need help solving questions, and questions like this. So first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna write 5 lines, and then 10 next under whatever, and then you can count those lines, and you can do that with any small problem, really. Take a minute, pause the video. This is very clear. Which one is the problem? Which one is a White Knight? Scenario B. No, I mean A. Scenario A is pulling a White Knight. The reason we know that is their answer. They said what, and then also they went like they were realizing that they weren't supposed to be doing whatever they were doing. Like they realized they were doing something wrong, and that's not always the case. That's not always what it is. It's a big part. Just know all of these, just because they do some of these doesn't mean they are trying to pull the white knight. Some people are just like this naturally, and so try to identify with more than one. You can't just go after one. Try to identify. If you could use 3, that's pretty good. Second one, problem creation. If they're the ones create scenario, they commit arson and then put out the fire. Are they really the hero? I'm not a philosopher. I'm a psych, whatever you call them. But like, you know, are they really what they're doing? And then they put themselves as hero. If they create the problem and then say sorry, solve it for you, that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. They said sorry, they didn't mean to do it. They're trying to make it up. But when they create the problem, solve it, and then try to make themselves look like the hero, they're trying to pull a white knight on you. They're trying to make you on your knees so that they can control you. That's what they're doing. Number 3, intention. Look at their actions. Are they acting like they are trying to help? Of course, I can't really give a scenario, because like it depends on the situation. It depends on this and this and this and this. It depends on a lot of things. It depends on what situation, what age range, and a lot of things. So you're gonna have to stick with yourself on this one. But look at their actions. It's like, do they look like they're really trying to help you, or like they're trying to be the good guy? Weird. Number 4, are they flattering you? Like, are they flattering you? Like buttering you up, you know, like buttering you up, something bad happens and then they try to solve it. If they do that, look at problem creation. If the intention one, look at narcissist look at intention, and then intention go to flattery, and then to problem creation. That's how it works. That's kind of like a chain. So it depends on if you start with looking if they're trying to flatter you and it's working, go to problem creation. Are they the ones creating the problem? If that works, go to narcissist. If they are a narcissist, then go to intention, and if all 4 check, most likely they're trying to pull a white knight on you. Just know I don't have any degrees in psychology. I just study psychology a lot, so just you might want to watch and read articles after this. Don't get all your information from me. But just know, I do know that I study it. I know more than the average person, so. And then this is once you figure out if they are, and then once you identify it, have confidence. Have confidence, and sometimes what will happen is you'll confront them, and then they'll try to gaslight you. So you also need to have confidence. Have confidence in you. Have confidence in yourself. Solve the problem. Have confidence in yourself. Solve the problem. But once you start becoming independent, they're gonna go away, because then they realize they can't control you anymore. You're doing the things you need to do. You don't need anybody to help you. Yeah, if you give in and ask them for help when you don't need help just because you don't want to do it, it just makes it easier for them to control you. So don't do that. Even if you really need help, go ask someone who you know, like your best friend who knows this, who will actually help you because they want to help you, not because they want to get something out of it, not because they're gonna get blah 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 and blah blah blah, because they want to help you. That's what they get. If you want to give them something, then like, pause. Like I don't know, if it's like, help me with this girl, you get married, and then you give them something, like, you know, that's fine. I don't know how I got that analogy, but so yeah, just think about these things, blah 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 blah. If this helped you, subscribe. I'm gonna be posting a lot of this stuff, and yeah. You should go search this video up, because it really helped me. White knight manipulation, all caps, : how it can be used on you. That really helped me. understand the White Knight, and then you could also look into other. If you really like psychology, there's a lot of good stuff on YouTube, and then you can go to college. Eventually, start studying it. I know they have some things in high school. I'm pretty sure, and then just go on to a college level and just keep studying it. Because we need a lot more of psychologists. There's not a lot of people, not a lot of people who study psychology, but it's a really great way. So, hope you like this video. See ya.